Bleach fans, Rage Zanpakuto told time makes some noise. The time is now. The moment is ours. Here we are, the 20th anniversary of Bleach, and we were gifted from Tite Kubo himself with a 73-page chapter of Bleach. And I got to tell you, from one Bleach fan to another, I was not expecting this. See, when I first heard news of the 20th anniversary of Bleach coming up, I was thinking they're going to reveal a trailer of the anime. But that wasn't the case. You know, or maybe, you know, a list of the whole voice cast. But we have a chapter. Not just a new chapter, a chapter that's 73 pages, but a chapter that's 73 pages regarding Hell. And if you could ask me, I'd rather take this over the Bleach anime trailer any day. Now, don't get it twisted. I am very, very highly anticipating the Bleach anime. But, I mean, they need to fix a lot of things in that final arc, including the ending. But, yeah, that'll be for another video. So before I get started, I want to give a thank you to everyone who's been contacting me all over. Facebook personal page, fan page, Twitter, Instagram, even in my recent YouTube video, the comment sections, even motivators texting me, asking me, Ace, Cap, Taicho, Captain Vibes Ace, are you going to review it? Did you read the chapter? Look at this, look at that. And trust me, come on now. No, this is not the official return of the Elite Ace. However, for a special moment like this regarding Bleach, I have to come back and do this video for this chapter. So without further ado, it's me, Captain Vibes Ace. We live action. You already know what it is. Let's get this motivator started. Now, this right here, this chapter is heavy like a Chevy. I gotta tell you this right now. I mean, now, of course, this chapter doesn't have a number. It's just titled Bleach, New Breaths from Hell. So, oh man, so much to just dissect. Because to me, honestly, I'm just outright saying it. This chapter was a 10 out of 10. Yes. Now, I know what some of you motivators thinking. Oh, go figure. Captain Vibes Ace gives it a 10 out of 10. No. If you've been watching me for years, you've known there were some Bleach chapters that I did not like, and there were things in there that I didn't like, you know, at all. So, the reason why this is a 10 out of 10, it had everything. Pacing was good. It had the comedy. It had the action, revelations, more questions, and it laid down a foundation of what's to come ahead with Bleach. Like, you can't complain with this chapter. You can't, I'm sorry. And there were so many faces in this chapter. I think there was a little bit of something for everyone. You know, yes, not all characters were shown in this chapter, but some questions were answered, even though some of the things that were revealed we didn't ask to know, but it was still good to know, if you know what I'm saying. So the thing that stole the floor, just everything, was the ritual. The Kanzo Rize? Kanzo Rize. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I could be wrong. But we see now that there's a thing called a spirit class. This spirit class, you know, regular grunts, I believe, what, 20? And then lieutenant seated officers, I want to say, it could be wrong, 5 and 4. And then captains on up, 3 and higher. But see, we all know when Soul Reapers die, they break down to Reishi, and the Reishi goes back to Soul Society. It's like a perfect cycle. But when you're a captain or higher, when you die, it's too dense. And the whole ceremony, of course, was to, you know, after 12 years, the lieutenants are ordered to kidnap the Hollows and kill them in front of the grave of the captains. Therefore, the Reishi can just be dispersed and just go back into Soul Society. They can rest in peace. However, Shounsui heard her old wives' tale where this whole time, these captives are getting sent to hell. Yes. Hell, when I'm gonna tell you right now, my initial reaction when I first read that, first I read the fan translation. Then I said, you know, I'm gonna wait till the official translation. And I'm like, well, I'll be damned. So you mean to tell me, because Renji confirmed when he was talking with Ichigo, we did it with Omeyama, we did it with Unohana, and later on we're doing it with Ukitake. So, all the captains that have died and this ritual happened, they're down in hell. To me, that just it still messes me up, because I like the concept. At the same time, it's messed up, but then it really gets you thinking, like, damn, how the rest of this arc is gonna go. How's it gonna go? Speaking of which, when I said the word arc, I mean, I noticed, yes, they mentioned the possibility of Bleach continuing on with this arc, but I seen the word unpublished. Who knows how this will go? So it's like, it's an official comeback, but at the same time, it's slightly questionable. But anyway, with that revelation alone, it triggers more questions. Okay, so did Old Man Yama know about this? Was he fine with this? Remember during the Fate Katakura Town fight, all the captains were laid out. It was just Aizen and Old Man Yama, and Aizen stabbed Old Man Yama. He grabbed his arm, and Aizen tried to play him like, oh, how do you know this isn't just an illusion? And Old Man Yama said, I can never mistake the feeling of a real Zanpakuto. So he was ready to kill himself along with the other captains. So if he had killed himself along with the other captains, would Squad Zero, would they have done the ritual and sent all of those captains to hell? Would that have happened? But we see when Shunsuke was explaining this to the captains, it was almost in unison when Tsuruparu Grants, he was also explaining this to Ichigo. Because the funny thing is, he also mentioned that with Old Man Yama, Unohana, Bak, Aizen, everything was basically balanced, keeping the maws of hell closed. But once Bak got defeated, once Aizen got sealed away, once Old Man Yama got killed, and once Unohana got killed, you know, that really messed it up. Not on top of the fact that Old Man Yama and Unohana were put in hell. That's a lot of reishi. That's a lot of reishi. And it's just a messed up irony that Grants was saying that the very power that they went to get and just train and obtain to maintain balance in the universe and protect Soul Society, that very same power caused them to get sent to hell. Not only get sent to hell by the hands of their own comrades. Like, and it makes you wonder, is Old Man Yama, is he going to be the head honcho of hell? Because I wonder if there's going to be like a unit, a group, a set, a clique. You know, when Bleach first started, when Ichigo had to make his way to Soul Society, the enemies were the Gode 13. That was the group. Then we go on to the next arc, the Arrancar arc. We see the Espadas. Then after that, the Fullbring arc. It was the Fullbringers. Then after that, you see it was the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. The Star Knights. We see all these sets, cliques, and groups. So are we going to see this same thing with Hell? Is Unohana going to be his right-hand woman? Is Ukitake going to be his right-hand man? Because we see Ukitake, yes, after they killed the Hell Beast, that was the ritual they did in front of Ukitake, and you see the gates of hell opens up in his Zanpakuto, which looks bigger, by the way. Stabs Grants right in the back, and he lets Ichigo know, oh, it's over with. It's over. And he also said, this is proof. Like, if you think I'm lying, this is proof. This is why I'm here. But I also wonder if Kazui played a role into this. We see in the beginning of the chapter, when he first off, he free falls out the window, sneaking out. He activates his ability. Who know if it? I don't know if it's his Fullbring. Who knows what the hell? What is he? What does he classify as? I mean, his mother is Orihime and his father's Ichigo. We don't know. But he lands on this spiritual koi goldfish kind of creature. I don't know if that's his Zanpakuto spirit. Who knows? Yet again, more questions from this chapter alone. But he sends this soul through the gates of hell, or one of the maws of hell. I mean, he takes it to the shrine. He said, if you clap 3 times, bow twice, and clap again. And I noticed when he did that, you see the hell eyes appear. The same eye that was in the skeleton on the, that's stuck on the gates of hell. And he points, you see the hell butterflies, he points like it's nothing. Yeah, all the friends aren't there because, you know, the soul doesn't want to be lonely. Kazui lets him know, look, I can't play with you anymore. So look, I can send you to a place where there's plenty of people. So it makes you wonder even more questions. How long has Kazui been doing this? When did he start doing this? You know, and why, like how did he know how to do this? So I honestly believe he's playing a small role into this in terms of adding more souls to hell. And that's just so messed up, man. It's one of them things like, Lord, forgive him for he know not what he do. This little motivator is sending the souls to hell. Like, does Kazui know that's hell? And he says, oh, there's more people in there. Is he talking about like, oh, because the people that's in there, I sent them in there? Or is he actually aware that this is hell with other souls? Like, I wonder if he's messing up balance in a big way. Because that soul, he probably wasn't even meant to go to hell. But now he's got sent to hell. But you know what? I wonder if he actually went through that gate. He probably did. He probably did, because at the end of the chapter, you see Kazui just running back home, chasing the hell butterflies. But you got to give it to Kubo, man. I mean, he makes everything full circle. He did say in an interview, which I mentioned before in my previous chapter reviews, he put 4 levels of foreshadowings in Bleach. It's up to the fans to know. Depending on your level of fandom, how much you can pick up on stuff and analyze things and dissect it, you can really pick up on it. And I like how Grant's let Ichigo know, look, why do you think they're called Hail Butterflies? Hail has always been with you. He's always been watching you. And it was just crazy. Like, because also now let's think about the power scaling. A Hail version of Old Man Yama? That is overkill. Same thing with Unohana. Excuse me. How are the other captains gonna really take this in and feel about this? How is Kenpachi gonna feel about this? Now, I know in the Bleach Hailverse movie, which some of those characters are canon, but the movie is filler. The reason why I say some of the characters are canon, those characters were introduced with a special chapter regarding the Hailverse. I remember Shrieker, he went to Hell. That was the first time we were introduced into Hell in the series during the first arc, and Shrieker came back, you know, through it in that chapter. And throughout the chapter, I may have to go back and look at it. I don't think he looked like those Hail Beasts. Because notice Grant, he said the hollow hole is gone, but it's behind him. And you can notice the same thing with those Hail Beasts. But I'm trying to think back, was it kind of the same thing with Shrieker? That I'm not sure. But anyway, Grant, you know, yeah, he was revealed to be in Hell. I'll never forget, he did the Grand Race Zero on Shurin. Is that his name? I could be wrong. But anyway, he did it on him. He let him know, look, the powers of Espada are useless against the sinners. So, with that being said, are these characters going to be in this arc? Because they confirm you cannot die. And it makes sense. Even though this movie is filler, it makes sense. Your fate is sealed. You can't die in Hell. You keep coming back over and over. And we see that actually happened in the movie. They just kept coming back over and over. There's probably so much more to Hell that has to be explored. I wonder if they do go to Hell in this arc, will we see the same type of Hell design that we've seen in the Hellverse? If so, it may spark up debates and conversations like, oh, Hellverse is canon, but I don't know. Because it just, during that time, the war was going on, so there's no way the movie's canon. However, I remember during the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, Kubo at least made the designs of the Zanpakuto spirits actually canon. So at best, he may take the design of Hell that was in the Hellverse and make that canon. Even though and some of those other characters are canon, and it will be cool to see those characters in this arc. But what's going to be very crazy was just someone's going to say plot holes, bull crap, whatever. If Ichigo goes to Hell, or if he mentions that, oh, I'm going to have to go to Hell again, or things like that. Anytime Renji, Rukia, or Uryu, if they say, oh, Hell again, that may be like, wait a minute, Karai Kubo. I mean, even though I would love that idea, but again, it doesn't line up. These movies just come out, they happen to come out during events in the series where it just doesn't line up. But anyway, how are they going to defeat Old Man Yama and Unohana and Ukitake? Honestly, I believe now we will see Ukitake's Bunkai. Maybe it'll be a Hell version of it. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Maybe he's still pure at heart. He, stabbed Grants and pulled him back. And I noticed that was his Shikai. So is this confirmation that captains who go to Hell, they still have access to their Shikais? They still have their Zanpakutos? And it just makes you wonder, like, how's Kenpachi going to feel about this? He gets to see Unohana again. Is he going to want to fight her? Are they going to have a rematch? What is going to happen? I mean, and also, if we want to talk about power scaling some more, I honestly believe that this right here, everything they went through in the past arc, actually, that power-ups and everything they went through, I think this was to prepare them for what's to come ahead. Now, I'm not comparing, them fighting Old Man Yama and Unohana to, the Star Knights. I'm not doing that. But when you look at the Star Knights, yes, they were cool. There's a lot of Star Knights I like, but most, not all, but most of them got their powers, from Bach. Not only that, a lot of them had to steal Bunkais, and at the end of the day, most of the Star Knights are still human, things of that nature. I've seen so many videos in debates, the Espada versus the Star Knights, and it just seems like with this Hell arc, these villains, I'm not counting the Hell Beasts. We see lieutenants took out them Hell Beast lieutenants. Even though these lieutenants aren't weak, but still, even Rendo, Tetsuzaimon's is the lieutenant. I like his Zanpakuto, by the way. He can't speak. He wrote on it. He said, give birth, Hawk. To me, it looks like a combination between Zabimaru and Zenobun Zakura. You know, you have the chain, whip, blade, Shikai, then it just scatters into Hawks. But anyway, yeah, I don't think the Hell Beast will be a threat, but these new opponents they will possibly fight in Hell, the Sinners, I think that the power boost that they received in the past arc is going to be appropriate to what they're going to face. Because if that's not the case, maybe they have to go through another level of type of training to raise the power scale, especially Ichigo. I mean, that is cool. He cut the chains that Grant's through, but I didn't look into that too much. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, in the Hellverse movie, the Hell changed, the Hell changed, the Hell changed. He needed Ichigo in full hollow form to break the Hell chains. So when I seen him cut the Hell chains with Zangetsu, you know, I was thinking like, oh man, maybe Ichigo is still super powerful like that. I mean, he's still in constant release form, but no, the chains Grant's through. Though I think that's just a product of him being in Hell. He can use just the regular chain ability. I do not think those are the actual chains from Hell. It's just an ability he acquired from being in Hell. But whatever, I could be wrong. Maybe Kubo will go more into it. But that it's just I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. And look at the catastrophe that's happened. Notice these maws have been opened up in the world of the living. Karakura Town, of course, is just happening all over the world. How is Ichigo going to handle this? This is going to be a main concern for Ichigo. Of course, he has a family to protect. He's a substitute Soul Reaper. This is a very big deal and a serious issue right here. And to me, it just stole the floor with the chapter. However, there were good moments. The comedy. I love the comedy, the way Kubo drew the faces in there. You know, when we were introduced to Lisa's lieutenant, Yu, when she went to snap the selfie with Ichigo. Ichigo's face, priceless. When he told Renji, is it necessary for everyone to be here? Like you know, what? And Renji said, what are you even doing here? You know, you're an outsider. And Ichigo's face was like, well, damn, man, what's going on? Like, I thought you said, I was supposed to be here, you know, regarding Gataki. And of course, Renji let him know, no. You're allowed at the ceremony. This is not the ceremony. This is for all the lieutenants to kidnap the Hollows. Oh, another funny face expression. Rukia realized Mayuri Kuratsuchi, that was just, you know, a hologram. You know, her facial expressions when Hisagi dodged the lasers that the hologram shot at him. Kensei's face expression, Hisagi's facial expression. I love it. Look, I like comedy in my series, but as long as it's not misplaced. So many times, Bleach or Kubo, he's misplaced the comedy. Yes, they asked him in an interview, how do you handle the comedy? And he said when it's a lot of fighting, too much fighting, when moments are too serious, he likes to throw in some comedy to lighten the mood. But when it's misplaced, I don't like that. But in this chapter, it wasn't misplaced. Pacing was good. Maybe it really felt the pacing was extra good because it's been so long since we've seen a Bleach chapter, and it was 73 pages. And we were just seeing more and more and more and more. New time skip looks, new characters, new revelations. Like I said, this chapter was a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry. If you don't think it was a 10, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Now, yes, this chapter, it also triggered, again, like I said, even more questions outside of this Kanzo Red Zai and Spirit class. I mean, I think it's cool that Ikkaku is training Ichika, which is kind of fitting because Ikkaku did train Renji a little bit. And Ichika, she, oh man, she gives off that little rascal vibe. Like, she needs to say her little badass down. She's like just a mischief maker. And if you see, of course, she snuck her ass to the world of the living. You see Grants went after her, and Renji had to protect her. Just imagine if she wasn't there, the showdown they would have had. They would have had a rematch. I would have loved that. I really would have loved that. But when the Maws of Hell opened up, I wonder if, you know, everyone felt the spiritual pressure. I wonder if Uryu felt the spiritual pressure from Grants, if Chad felt the spiritual pressure, etc., etc. But speaking of noticing spiritual pressure, I noticed Ichika, she can see the Hell Beast, but no one else couldn't until it started to attack. I did notice that. Again, it's messed up. Kione, she got pierced. But these Hell Beasts, again, I feel these are hollows that were just down to hell. And man, I just really wish that, you know, Renji and Gramps would have had that second round. I really do wish that. But oh man. And let's take it back to the very beginning of the chapter. The narration, I don't know if that's an older Kotsui, because he said when I was younger. Now I don't know if this is an older Kotsui or if he's just talking about when he was younger than what he already is, talking about the two goldfish, and then the irony about the goldfish, and you know, we see him free fall out the window and lands on this spiritual goldfish. So many questions. We see that Ichigo is a translator now. I thought that was cool. Rangiku still Rangiku. Want to go to Dream. Mayuri Kuretsuchi has a new look. They have TVs now, Soul Society. Renji updated his Soul pager. It looks like a damn iPhone 13 or a Galaxy. Just so many things were going on, and I just cannot wait to just see more of this art. This may very well be my favorite art. And this just goes to show that regardless, like, just no, Bleach is not perfect. Bleach has its bad moments, and there are things about Bleach that I don't like. I will make a video about that at some point in the future, but Bleach is still Bleach. It has a good amount of fandom, man. The fact that it's coming back, not for now. I never, not one time, did I ever believe that, oh, Bleach got canceled. Bleach did not get canceled. You know, back in the day, I used to always hear about, you know, the big three. Bleach always has the lowest reviews, the lowest sales, the lowest ratings. See if that's the case. You know, that still does not mean it got canceled. You see, the anime is returning. The series is possibly continuing on. And that just goes to show Kubo. Like I said, he brings everything back in full circle. This was meant to happen. It really was. Because the fact, I don't think Kubo just pulled this out of his ass. No. We all knew the things with Kubo. He was sick, stressed out, overworked, married, etc., etc. The ending did, it gave a feeling of that it was rushed. I mean, we didn't even get to see Hashwell's final holy form. You know, we still don't know why Old Man Yama didn't kill Bach in the past. Can you imagine how things would have played out if he would have killed Bach back then? So many questions that we still never got answers to for the last arc, but hopefully the anime will fix that. But I gotta tell you, Elites, I'm sorry, again, I'm gonna say it one last time, chapter was a 10 out of 10. It was just a blast reading this chapter. I loved everything about it. I can't wait to see more new abilities, just more areas, to see the conversations, to see the answers regarding the questions we have with Kazui, Ichigo, if Orihime got stronger, more answers regarding Ichigo, you know, it's just a lot more questions with Ichigo. But Chad, did he get stronger? Even though he's probably counting all that money for being a professional boxer. I just can't wait to see where this goes. But let me know down below, Elites, what was your favorite part of the chapter? And do you think that Old Man Yama, will he be evil because he's in hell? Or will is he still good? Because we see Ukitake stabbed Gramps. Unless Ukitake did turn evil, he just felt, oh, you're not supposed to be out in hell. Your time is up. Come back. Similar to the Hellverse movie, when the masks come off, it's like they realize, oh snap, all eyes on me from hell. I gotta come back. But yeah, so that's all I got for you, Elites. I hope you really enjoyed this review. I had a blast doing it. I had a blast reading this chapter. It felt good to be back. Hopefully Bleach will continue on, because when Bleach continues on, yes, regardless if I'm back or not, I will be doing the reviews. Whether Bleach will be weekly or monthly, I'll take it. I'm just glad Bleach is back. So give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. I appreciate you all for the love in the comments. Yet another chapter review down. It's me, Captain Visor Days. Thanks for watching. Signing out.